What must be the hardest thing in the world? Beating a world record or getting an A on physics? I believe the hardest thing in the world is to work. Every day people wake up really early to work, dealing with annoying people, even wearing uncomfortable uniforms. We maybe don't notice it, but we need workers from garbage pickers to the president. To see how difficult was it to be a worker, why not challenge myself to it? I chose my Sosa Airlines shirt and went to work with my dad. We left at 6 a.m. sharp. Now before we got to the airport, my dad was already getting many calls. It was a long trip from my house to the airport. I was already tired. My dad asked me if I wanted breakfast. I said no, but he made me eat some pastelitos. We went to eat at the airport's cafeteria, so much to choose from. They had everything: candies, magazines, soda, even earrings. It was just a cafeteria. Willie, the owner of the cafeteria, greeted me with a smile as he always does. I think it's hilarious how his name is Willie and he's the owner of a cafeteria. The airport is huge, but small compared to the airport of the United States. We walked on gray tiles heading to the gray counters. As we walked over to the counter, my dad said hello to a bunch of people I've never seen in my life. My dad was still getting many calls that lasted over 20 minutes. I recognized my dad's worker, which I said before in the airport, Carla. She was wearing blue pants, red vest, white button shirt, and a tie. She greeted me very happy. I finally started working. Carla told me what to say every time a customer came. Hello, thank you for choosing Sosa Airlines. Where are you going today? I also had to write their name, ID, age, get them tickets, receipt, and a lot of other stuff. Okay, let's start. I sat on a tall black chair behind the counter. For the next 3 hours, I attended people who didn't take me seriously because I was 14. Finally, lunchtime. I saw my dad coming over with his sophisticated walk, always looking at people like if they were less. He asked me what I wanted to eat. I asked for a burger. He went to Burger King and bought me a big steak for me. I ate really slowly. I didn't want to go back to work. But I got back after an hour or two. After lunchtime, I got back to attending strangers. I was even more bored. Carla's eye was bored, so she said, Have you ever talked to the speaker? I moved my head from left to right and started smiling. She was going to announce the next flight to San Pedro Sula. She wrote on a piece of paper what I had to say. She first said it in Spanish and then I was supposed to say it in English. It was my time. You can do it. I can do it. I repeated to myself. She handed me the microphone over. As I moved the microphone to talk, I started bursting in laughter in the microphone. The whole airport heard me laughing. After this embarrassing moment, I was worried of what my dad was going to say to me. Uh-oh, he's coming. Oh my gosh, I was scared, but he started laughing with me. He hugged me really hard. I was tired now. I'd been in the airport for 6 hours. I couldn't handle it anymore. I was frustrated. There were times where there were no customers and I saw people pass by. These people were tourists, business people, pilots, all kinds of people. I attended a couple of people and told my dad I wanted to leave. I couldn't take it anymore. Ah, finally, my bed. Man, being an adult was so hard. I laid all night thinking people had to do this every day, without as many breaks as I took. I can't believe I never thanked my dad for all he did. I actually felt sorry for every adult because they work every day so we can have all we want. I wanted to go back to the airport and say thank you to every person. What I believe was right. Being a worker is hard. Every job takes effort, from owning a pulperia to the biggest salesman in the world.